Today I'm going to show you how to do this security data analysis lab that uses Pandas and IPython and Gigasheet without Pandas or IPython. Let's take a quick look at the lab first so we know what we're getting into. It involves file sampling because the file is too large and doesn't fit in memory. Cool thing is we'll be using Gigasheet, which is cloud-based data science tool, so it doesn't really matter how much memory we have on our local machine. They go through a bunch of stuff to clean up the data and then an exercise here at the bottom. Pandas is really powerful, but if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, or maybe you're not that familiar with Python or Pandas, I'll show you how you can do all this in a couple clicks with Gigasheet. So the first thing that we'll do is go to the secrepo site where the file is hosted and grab the link. We don't need to download this onto our local machine. Even though it's zipped, we'll just put the link into the upload box on Gigasheet, and it'll take a few minutes. We've done a time lapse here, but the file will upload and process automatically. So we'll flip back over to the lab and read the instructions. Here they're going through a lot of the file sampling and file creation, which Gigasheet has already taken care of for us. Gigasheet extracts it to a CSV, so we actually can skip a lot of these steps. It also automatically recognizes data types. The next thing they do is convert columns. Specifically, they convert this Unix timestamp to a date-time data type. We can do that here with a built-in function called cleanup Unix time. You can see the new column appears here in a UTC format. The crux of the exercise is here at the end, where it says to locate HTTP connections that are not over port 80, and then do some counting, like which IP addresses are doing that, and then the unique ports involved. Protocol and then the service is here in column H, as they describe in the lab. So what we'll do is a filter on this to select only HTTP. So use a shortcut and right click. Since we see HTTP here, we can say filter to this. So we'll do that so that we're only looking at HTTP traffic. Then we do not want connections on port 80. So we can right click on this and say filter to exclude this. So that's built our query here. You can see where H equals HTTP and F does not equal port 80. So that leaves us with the remaining data that we want. Now we want to look at which host here. The origin host is column C. So we'll use a group by filter here. This grouping function will do a count on the rows that occur in this file. And we can see that this IP address is the top one. Expand this, we can see all the data within it. The next part of the question asked which responding ports that this was coming in on. And we can see responding ports here were labeled as column F. So we'll do a second grouping here. Now in this case, it wanted a count of responding ports across the whole file. So we'll just remove this top group. So there's our answer. And that's how you do the entire Pandas IPython lab in just a few clicks in Gigasheet.